A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the corridors of power, President Donald Trump has reportedly extracted over $1.2 billion in settlements from 13 influential entities spanning academia, law, media, and technology. This bold maneuver is part of a broader strategy that many are calling a cultural crackdown on America's elite institutions. As the Trump administration continues to flex its muscles, the implications of these settlements are far-reaching and raise questions about the future of academic freedom and institutional integrity. Among the notable settlements, a potential $500 million deal with Harvard University stands out as the largest scalp to date, signaling a significant shift in how elite institutions are responding to pressure from the federal government. The trend indicates that rather than engage in protracted legal battles, many universities and organizations are opting to pay hefty sums to avoid the public relations fallout and potential legal repercussions that could arise from defiance. The implications of this trend are profound. Critics argue that the willingness of these institutions to capitulate to the Trump administration's demands undermines their autonomy and academic integrity. As institutions that have long prided themselves on their independence and commitment to free inquiry, the settlements raise questions about the future of dissenting voices within academia. Are universities now more concerned with financial settlements than with upholding their values? The Trump administration's latest target appears to be Duke University, which has come under scrutiny as the administration continues its cultural offensive. Reports suggest that the university is facing pressure to comply with federal directives, and the implications of noncompliance could be financially devastating. This tactic of targeting institutions that refuse to align with the administration's agenda has raised alarms among educators and advocates for academic freedom. In a related political maneuver, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has reportedly expressed interest in running for political office in Tennessee next year. This revelation has sparked speculation about the potential impact on the political landscape, particularly as the Trump administration continues to exert influence over various sectors of American society. Meanwhile, in an interview, Senator Elissa Slotkin, Democrat Michigan, has indicated that she is open to considering cuts to offensive weapons sales to Israel, a stance that could further complicate the already tense dynamics in U.S.-Israel relations. This statement reflects a growing divide among lawmakers regarding U.S. foreign policy, particularly in the context of ongoing conflicts in the Middle East. In a separate but equally significant development, the Justice Department is seeking to make public grand jury transcripts from its investigation into disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell. The release of these documents could shed light on the extensive network of power and influence surrounding Epstein, whose ties to high-profile figures have long been the subject of speculation and controversy. Internationally, a coalition of Middle Eastern countries, including Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt, has called for the disbandment of the Palestinian terror group, marking a notable shift in regional dynamics. This unprecedented call from 17 nations reflects a growing consensus among Arab states regarding the need for stability and peace in the region, potentially reshaping the landscape of Middle Eastern politics. Back on the home front, the Kremlin has firmly rejected President Trump's new deadline for Russia to negotiate an end to its ongoing war against Ukraine, reaffirming Moscow's commitment to continuing its military actions. This response underscores the complexities of international diplomacy and the challenges facing the U.S. as it navigates its relationships with adversarial nations. In the realm of media, political analyst Nate Silver has made headlines by arguing that the media's obsession with the Epstein case far exceeds public interest. This observation raises important questions about the role of the media in shaping public discourse and the ethics of sensationalism in reporting. In a move that has raised eyebrows, FCC Chair Brendan Carr has initiated a formal inquiry into Comcast and NBC Universal, citing concerns about the treatment of local broadcast affiliates and potential violations of federal regulations. This inquiry underscores the increasing scrutiny of media conglomerates and their impact on local journalism. On the economic front, President Trump has announced plans to impose a 25% tariff on imports from India, alongside penalties for the country's military purchases from Russia. This decision is likely to have far-reaching implications for U.S.-India relations and could further escalate tensions in international trade. Furthermore, President Trump has suggested the possibility of imposing martial law to take control of sanctuary cities that refuse to comply with federal immigration laws. This controversial proposition has sparked fierce debate about the limits of executive power and the implications for civil liberties in America. Amidst these political maneuvers, the U.S. economy has shown signs of recovery, returning to growth in the second quarter after a contraction in the first. This economic rebound is attributed to trade fluctuations, highlighting the interconnectedness of global markets and domestic policies. As the Trump administration continues to navigate a complex political landscape, the ramifications of these developments will undoubtedly shape the future of American society, governance, and international relations. With a growing number of settlements and a cultural crackdown on elite institutions, the question remains, what does this mean for the future of democracy and the rule of law in the United States? That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.